Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. What did I just watch? Like at this point here, I hope this is the last episode, right? This is the grand finale actually of the Real Housewives of Lagos because I knew that this was going to happen. We all knew. Let's just pretend that we didn't know, we're surprised. But we all knew that at the end of the day, the reunion was going to be colonized by the issue between Caroline and Dabota, and that was it. And the truth is that at this point, I stand neutral. But there's something I noticed about the whole issue. You know, Dabota doesn't feel she offended Caroline. Caroline is the one that feels offended by Dabota. And it's just like, let me refer back to season one, the relationship between, I think, Choma then and Laura. If I'm getting it right, where Choma said Laura is not her friend. So it was that kind of relationship for me I saw between Caroline and Dabota, right? Probably Caroline, like she said, there was something in common she had with Dabota, and so she reached out to her, feeling the way she was feeling at that time. But I don't think Dabota had that kind of mindset towards Caroline. So it was obvious that a lot of things that happened between Caroline and Dabota, Caroline held on to it, and I kind of understand. Look, I'm this kind of person. It's not like I have a thick skin, but when someone I know says shit about me or does um shit to me, right? It gets to me, unlike someone that I barely know, or unlike someone I don't even know, right? So I kind of want to understand where that angle is coming from with Caroline, that in her mind she feels she and Dabota were like good, and Dabota didn't see her in that level. Right, Dabota has her own friends that she values, and Ehi is one of them, obviously. So, to Dabota, the relationship was not that deep, but to Caroline, it was that deep, and she kept keeping records. And so the truth is, this, between those two, I choose to stand neutral, and I don't even know why we are talking about a relationship that had problems almost a decade ago, right? I don't get it. It's, to me, it looks like a misplaced priority, but that's, by the way, what happened had happened, and I pray they have, I hope for them though, that they end up having a good reason to sit down and have a conversation, because to me it's not that deep. There was one of my reviews, I said between Dabota and Caroline, a lot of hearsay, them say what came into play, and it just destroyed everything. Now coming back to Laura, I thought I was the only one that was saying things, or I thought I was the only one that was imagining things about Laura. Laura this season looks like she was cool. She just looked like she was laid back. She just looked like, I don't have issue with anybody. But there was this sarcasm underneath her, even her diary sessions. Yes, even her confessionals. Because I thought I wasn't seeing well. I thought I was just misjudging her. I was correct. I was really, just like I said again in my former videos, in my, that this editing is like this, like this. I don't know if they're leaving those loopholes for the reunion to actually be jam-packed with the information that most of us audiences want to know. So maybe that is their selling point for the reunion, because obviously if we have seen everything in the show, we might not be interested to come and sit down and watch the reunion. So probably hence that loopholes or whatever for the editing part. It now looks like when Caroline is having issues with other girls, Laura was excited. At some point, I was tempted to say, come, is it that Laura did not accept Caroline's apology? And look at the excuses she was given in the show, even if you watched it as well. I think my review will just be more of a banter, honestly. Like, take it the way it is, okay? Look at her lack of accountability. You can't trigger people, and when they react, you're telling them how to react. You're telling them what part of your body to insult, or you're telling them what part of, see, it's a trigger, it's anger. And let me tell you something, there is something called quarrel language. I heard it from someone, which I really don't like using that word, but it exists. Quarrel language. Definitely, we won't say things when we're quarreling. We can't say nice things to each other. Cool. Now, I'm glad that Caroline even brought that back, whereby she said, Laura, you were the one that started saying that I sleep with small boys before I said your husband pimps you and all of that. So it was a comeback, which Laura equally owes Caroline an apology, but it was looking more like a superiority complex in that aspect of the apology thing, where Caroline apologized and Laura did not apologize, and her excuse, which for me is just someone dodging accountability of their own actions, saying that she didn't want to apologize, whereby they might fall out again. No problem. We can apologize for every fallout. Apologize for that fallout of season 1, then you can fall out again. And there was an episode where it looked like Dabota and Caroline kind of spoke about their issue, right? And Caroline told Dabota how she truly felt and all of that. And it was almost like there was a peace offering at that time. I don't know if any of you saw Laura's face. It was almost like Laura was enjoying the fight. We were seeing Miriam on the screen as our instigator, but Laura low key was doing some investigations that a lot of us didn't notice on time, or we did notice but we were not sure, right? And so it was now out, which Caroline again is another person that, honestly speaking, well, she's bold and she's not afraid of confrontation. I admire that about her, where she said that Laura was warning her about the other ladies. Yeah, and I noticed that there was a time Caroline wanted to be on her own, but later on she just decided to mix up, especially in that Ghana trip. There was a time she wanted to withdraw from the bunch. At some point she wanted to like become isolated, but I'm glad that Miriam did not allow that. Even Sophia herself, as the host, too, did not allow that. At some point, we, the audience, were even accusing Sophia of instigating the fight between Dabuta and Caroline. Yes, because of the way the whole dynamics was going on, it was now gradually looking like Lord Caroline was on her own. Like, it was just so conflicting at the moment when you, as an audience, sit down and watch. It's not looking like because I was not even happy that Uti did not address that part of where, so he spoke about why Sophia wanted Dabota and Caroline to talk. He did not address that part where Sophia kept pushing on Caroline to talk to Dabuta, making Dabuta find it very difficult to be accountable for her actions at that moment. See, both parties were at fault. I don't care who said what, both parties were at fault. In as much as there was, like I said earlier, there's a lot of misunderstanding between the both of them, and there's a lot of hearsays between the both of them, and from what they are saying back and forth, it's obvious both parties have fault. If they want to sit down and talk about it, good. And there was this part again that was obviously the ending part, which I think they sort of saved the best for the last, which for me was not necessarily the best. Dabota was shaking, and this reunion, I like this Dabota I saw. Like, I could relate compared to the one during the show that she was. I could relate. This was more, I don't know, there was just, but I don't know why she was vibrating, I don't know why I won't say she was angry, but she was just, I don't really get it. You understand? Look, there's something I noticed this season with most of the ladies. They tend to shy away from accountability, and I don't know why. They tend to shy away, but well, probably that comes with the Real Housewife franchise. Everyone feels that they are right, but literally, when you look at real life, the society where we are in now, nobody wants to listen to another person. Everybody wants to be loud, and hence the reason why people do not like to take their faults. You understand? Maybe me inclusive. Let me don't take myself out. But then, basically, in a nutshell, Miriam and Dadem were kind of quiet. Even one or two things were thrown at Sophia's direction. Sophia was able to defend herself in some issues, and there was something Sophia said at the end, which I was happy about. She was like, she does not owe, like, she doesn't need to tell people. Like, there was this thing about, she said about to Dabuta, like in her like, will I say, conclusion with Dabuta, like, the aspect where she was telling Dabuta that you don't need to pick things from the blogs and use it to insult. Now she was talking in general that we don't need to do that. We're supposed to have each other's back, in as much as, yes, they are out here to create drama and all of that, but they need to have each other's back. That, and she told Dabuta, you were picking things from the blog to throw at me. I could do the same to you because you also have a lot of shit. But there was something she also said, that she does not owe anybody, and that's the truth. On so many occasions, I've come across like, will I say, do's and don'ts of a smart person or a matured person. Your financial record or your financial story should not be things you should be telling people. It's supposed to be personal. So I understand Sophia has a boat, Sophia does not have a boat, it's nobody's business. And need I add again is that Caroline and Dabuta's fight has too many people inside. Now, I don't know if what I just said about so many talks makes sense. There are so many people in it. Meanwhile, let me come to the end of this video for today, and I'm sorry about the background noise. It's morning, everything is happening. It's Easter Monday, everybody is at home, holiday, and I'm a Nigerian-based content creator. If you're seeing this video for the first time, my name is Asma'u, and I will appreciate you if you subscribe, like, give this video a thumbs up, comment in the comment section. I really don't have much in this episode. Like, when I looked at it, I was like, what will I come and stay today? What will I come and sit here today and tell my audience? But I needed to come and give this feedback to my lovely, amazing subscribers over here. And thank you so much if you watched this point. God bless you, and hope to see you soon. More content dropping, okay? And let's see if we can organize a live stream anytime soon. Thank you so much, and bye.